In order to create an illusion of a harmonious and loving dragon family, the Silver Dragon Queen decided to take me and our daughters to Sky City to take family photos. I didn't expect the esteemed Silver Dragon Queen to personally go to the photo studio, and I lightly mocked her. The Silver Dragon Queen was not satisfied, and directly hit my foot with a heavy blow. The manager of the photo studio was curious why I didn't see my tail. What should I do now? Will I be exposed now? Will the family photo shoot be completed smoothly? The academy that Noah is going to is called St. Heath Academy. St. Heath Academy is a noble academy among the Dragon clan, and it also has strict standards for the students it recruited. Family is an important part of the assessment criteria. St. Heath Academy thinks that no matter whether it is an asexual oviparous birth or a couple's normal fetal reproduction of pups, only in a harmonious, loving family that espouses the concept of Dragon Clan can they be nurtured into qualified young dragon, and the Academy admits only such students. In order to create an illusion of a harmonious and loving dragon family, the Silver Dragon Queen decided to take the whole family on a trip and take family photos together. Their destination is a city located in the sky called Sky City. The Sky City boasts beautiful scenery, with an azure sky enveloping the city. There were also many dragons flying near Sky City. Dragon-shaped Roswitha found an open area to land and set Leon and daughters down. After Leon picked up Noah, Muin came next. Muin slid down from Roswitha's back like she was on a slide. She seemed to be particularly enjoying this process. Leon reached out and prepared to hold her. "Slow down, I'll hold you down." After being steadily picked up by Leon, Muin waved her hands happily. With a smile on her face, she innocently asked about Leon. Dad, why didn't you change the dragon just now?" Muin wants to see Dad turn into a dragon. Leon was caught off guard by her question. He smiled a little sheepishly and muttered to himself, "My dear daughter, I am quite skilled at slaying dragons. But as for transforming into dragons, is it better not to?" Noah appeared to see that Leon was avoiding the question. She crossed her hands in front of her chest and stood behind him, speaking softly. "Are you unable to transform into a dragon?" Leon broke out into a cold sweat at Noah's words. Noah's serious gaze and Muin's innocent gaze converged on him. Leon looked at daughter's curious expressions and was somewhat at a loss. There was no other choice, so he had to look at Roswitha with a pleading expression. At this moment, Roswitha had already transformed into human form and walked towards them. She looked at them with a smile and calmly explained to her daughters, "Your father's body has not fully recovered yet, and he cannot transform into a dragon form at the moment. When he recovers, he will show you." It's like a close call. Leon almost thought he was going to expose his identity. He was quietly relieved by the help of Roswitha. Muin gently clenched her hands and looked at Leon with anticipation. "Dad, you must recover quickly." With a helpless look on his face, Leon responded softly to Muin's words. "I will try my best." Subsequently, Leon silently denied this situation in his heart. Although it is impossible. The azure sky set off the huge gate of Sky City in front of them. The area around the gate was filled with dragon people who came here to play or local dragon people. Roswitha urged them on softly. All right, hurry into the city. There's still something to do today. Roswitha held Noah's hand, while Leon held Mune's hand. 4 people entered Sky City together like this. Entering the streets of Sky City, Moon couldn't wait to take a look around. She ran excitedly ahead, her eyes filled with an indescribable joy. Wow, Noah, look, there are so many dragons. Noah didn't seem interested in the people and things on the street. She calmly followed behind Moon, persuading her not to run so fast. Slow down, don't walk too fast. The people on the street were curious about the pair of cute little dragons that had suddenly appeared, and all of them turned around to look at them with curious eyes. Only Leon and Roswitha were out of place with the people on the street. The 2 of them followed them coldly, not saying a word to each other. At this moment, Leon's walking speed slowed down. He lowered his head, his body trembling uncontrollably. Roswitha noticed that Leon wasn't following. She turned her head and noticed something was wrong with Leon. Is this guy trembling? Well, this should be the first time he has seen so many dragons since he woke up from a coma. Roswitha walked up to Leon and leaned in to mock him. What's up? Are you scared? Upon hearing Roswitha's question, Leon quickly lifted his head with an excited expression on his face. Huh? Scared? I am excited. He pointed his fingers towards the different types of dragon people in the crowd on the street, his voice revealing an uncontrollable excitement. First-class merit. First-class merit. Second-class merit. The streets are full of achievements. I'm going to get rich. At this moment, the dragon people didn't know what the man in front of them was doing and looked at him with confusion. Roswitha felt helpless about Leon's reaction. She covered her face with her hands and silently complained about Leon in her heart. Tisk, I don't need to worry about him anymore. Leon walked ahead of Roswitha with happy steps and confidently laughed out loud. Bring them all back, and I can exchange them for a lot of money. In no time, they arrived at the photo studio. The crisp bell reminded manager that customers had entered the photo studio. A middle-aged female dragon wearing glasses and a hat, and a female dragon assistant stood at the front desk. They bowed slightly to welcome them. Welcome, Your Majesty. The environment of the photo studio is very beautiful, revealing some elegant atmosphere. The wall is filled with photos of various types of dragon people. The female dragon assistant guided them inward from the front. Muin led Noah running ahead, curiously looking at the photos on the studio wall. Noah, look, there are many photos of dragons here. After arriving at the photo studio, Leon felt something strange. He approached Roswitha and whispered to her. By the way, aren't you the Silver Dragon Queen? Why do you still have to come to the photo studio in person to take photos? Roswitha turned to him and explained the purpose of her personal visit this time. The Dragon King or Queen of the tribe can only command the people of their own tribe. But the dragons of Sky City do not belong to any tribe. Leon thought that the Silver Dragon Queen's abilities could only reach this level, and couldn't help but laugh at her. So your status as a queen is a bit low. As the Queen of Silver Dragon, Roswitha didn't want to hear such words. She stomped hard on Leon with her high heels, expressing her dissatisfaction with what he had just said. She walked in front of Leon somewhat angrily. "Anyway, my status is higher than yours." Leon stood behind and covered his foot with his hand, sucking in a breath of pain. Roswitha walked up to Selena, the manager of photo studio, and struck up a pleasant conversation with her. Everyone says that Selena's photography skills are top-notch among the Dragon clan. Being able to successfully book an appointment with you is also our family's luck. Selena held up her glasses and replied to Roswitha. "It's an honor for our studio to take family photos for the Silver Dragon Queen." While chatting with Roswitha, Selena turned her head and noticed that there was no tail behind Leon. A little puzzled, she asked Roswitha about it. "Your Majesty, your husband's tail." At this moment, Leon was focused on looking at the photos on the wall and didn't listen their conversation. Roswitha looked in the direction where Leon was and made up an excuse to explain to Selena. "He doesn't like to show his tail. Please choose a tailless suit for him." In fact, in order to keep the other dragon people from getting suspicious, Roswitha had previously advised Leon to wear a fake dragon tail to pretend he was a dragon. However, Leon was unwilling to compromise and was adamant about not wearing a fake dragon tail. He backed away from it while waving his hands in a motion to show his refusal. "No, even if you kill me, I won't wear this. This concerns my dignity." Roswitha had no choice but to follow his idea. After listening to Roswitha's explanation, Selena did not continue to pursue further. She raised her hand and gestured them towards the fitting room in the photo studio. "I see, Your Majesty. Please move over here and try on the clothes first." Noah, Muin, and Leon followed behind Roswitha and went in together. Muin waved her hands happily as she walked. "Muin wants to wear a nice dress." After a while, with the help of the female assistant in the store, Selena first helped Noah and Muin change their clothes. Muin was wearing a white dress with a blue bow as decoration. Noah was wearing a black dress with a purple bow. Muin looked at her clothes with a face full of joy. Noah's face didn't have much expression, but probably in her heart, she also expressed her love for her new clothes. The curtain of the fitting room was pulled open, and Leon walked out from inside. He was wearing a white suit, and his hairstyle had been slightly styled by assistant. He looked very handsome and spirited. Seeing such a handsome father, Muin's eyes sparkled, and she couldn't help but praise him loudly. "Wow, Dad is so handsome." Selena was also amazed by Leon's current outfit. Her face turned slightly red, and she expressed her thoughts to Leon. "King is very suitable for this suit. You must have been very popular before, right?" However, Leon looked at himself with confusion, as if he didn't realize he was as good as everyone said he was. "Is that so? The last time I wore a suit was during my graduation ceremony at Academy." Leon realized that Noah had not yet expressed her opinion. After tidying up his clothes, he looked up at Noah with a smile on his face. What does Noah think? Noah noticed Leon's gaze, and her face immediately turned red. She shyly turned her head and hesitantly commented on Leon's attire. "Well, it's so handsome." Leon was particularly happy to hear daughters evaluate him like this. He bent down and reached out his hands to stroke their heads separately. "Your dresses are also very cute." Noah and Muin looked up at Leon together and expressed their delight in his evaluation. The curtain of another fitting room was also pulled open. Roswitha walked elegantly out of the fitting room. She was wearing a black dress with purple accents on the inside, reflecting her aristocratic temperament. The slim-fitting dress showcases Roswitha's excellent figure, and when she walks out of the fitting room, she exudes a sense of solemnity and mystery. Muin couldn't help but praise Roswitha. "Mom is so beautiful." Leon was stunned to see such an elegant and beautiful Roswitha, and his face quietly turned red without him knowing it. Roswitha noticed Leon's gaze and turned to glare at him. "What's up?" Leon turned his face away, scratched his head, and awkwardly replied to Roswitha, "No, it's quite suitable for you." Hearing Leon say that, Roswitha couldn't help but blush as well, presumably seeing that Leon's outfit showed his handsomeness. She turned her head and commented on Leon's attire. "I think it would be great if you had a tail." Leon was very dissatisfied with her proposal. He silently cursed in his heart. "Bah! I will never put on a tail in my life." Selena was already making the final adjustments to the camera. Noah and Muin were already standing in front of the camera. Muin waved her hand towards where Roswitha and Leon were standing, indicating them to come over quickly. "Dad, Mom, come on." After arranging where the four would stand, Selena provided guidance on their actions. "Get ready to take photos. Your Majesty, King, please get closer." Roswitha and Leon were somewhat reluctant. They pulled away from each other slightly. They didn't want to get too close to each other. Smile. 3, 2, 1. At Selena's voice, several harmonious family photos slowly emerged on camera. The first photo is of 4 people. Roswitha and Leon stood behind their daughters, with serious expressions on their faces. Muin raised one hand and made a gesture, looking very happy. Noah was held by Muin's hand, with a calm expression on her face. This photo really looks like a harmonious family. The second photo is of Noah and Muin. Muin happily hugged Noah, while Noah looked at the camera expressionlessly. This photo looks like the sisters are very close. The third and fourth photos are of Roswitha and Leon. Roswitha and Leon were leaning sideways against each other, blushing and shyly forming their hands into a loving gesture for the camera. This next one shows them looking at each other face to face, looking very much like a couple interacting. Selena felt warm inside when she saw these 2 very loving photos. They do look good as a couple. The family photo shoot ended in a harmonious atmosphere. Extra story. Leon's graduation ceremony. Time passed quickly, and in the blink of an eye, Leon graduated from the academy. However, by this time, Leon was surrounded by girls who looked up to him. "Leon, can we take a photo together? Can you have dinner with me? Please accept this gift." It seems that Leon is very popular among girls. However, Leon, who didn't understand the true thoughts of the girls, rejected them outright on the spot. "Please allow me to refuse. I have to go back and nail the hooves of my master's donkey. Take a rain check." Leon said goodbye to the girls and turned away from them. The girls froze in place, and their hearts were broken as soon as they heard such a reply. Leon's master stood behind, looking at his apprentice who couldn't chat so well, with a helpless expression on his face. "Did this guy get kicked in the head by a donkey?"